Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. This is your brother Yahweh call from the Great Millstone Orlando camp, and not to make this too long, getting right into it. Just paying attention to what's going on, the said speculations and the rumors and things of that nature. With this whole uptick in these so-called Venezuelans and the gangs, which little sidebar as far as that face of terrorism, he's always going to for the most part paint the picture as Jake being he's always going to paint the picture Jake being that face of terrorism, basically Jake being the root of all the problems that's going on, which ultimately, with that being said, because we know eventually it will get to a point where everyone is going to be coming after the prophets, the men of the Lord, because somehow, some way, Esau is going to present. He's going to paint the picture dealing with the men of the Lord. Somehow, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, he's going to make it seem like the men of the Lord are the root of all the problems that's going on. Let me get this real quick in Revelation 12. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointed, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. So, to just show the point that Esau, the so-called white man, he is referred to as the accuser of his brethren, which Jacob and Esau are brothers. All right, we are Hebrew Israelites. All right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Esau, he's a Hebrew Edomite. All right, now another sidebar just to throw out there, because you have a lot of Jakes that are into Egyptology and things of that nature, which a lot of that shit goes back to the the Hamites, the so-called Africans. All right, and all the tribes that stem from Ham. All right, we are actually closer to the so-called white man than we are to the Hamites. For all these Israelites that think that we are just so related to Ham because of the skin of the color, the tone of our skin. All right, because Noah, he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right, now again, because you had the descendants of Shem, which so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we descend from Shem. You got the Moabites, the Ammonites, they descend from Shem. The so-called Arabians, Iranians, and them, all right, they're Shemitic. And Esau, he's from Shem. All right, that's why I said we are Hebrew Israelites. Esau, he's a Hebrew Edomite. Now, all in all, it is a thing of predestination. It's like it's a thing of a chosen seed line. All right, because we all come from the same people or the same person. However, these people want to paint the picture. Oh, we all come from Adam. We all come from Noah. Whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, it's always been about a chosen seed line. All right, because again, Esau, the so-called white man, yes, he does come from. He is a Hebrew Edomite. All right. But he is nowhere near the chosen of that chosen seed line. But I just wanted to make the point again, another sidebar. All right. You know, because Jake thinks that we're so closely related to Ham. No, we are actually more closely related to Esau. We are more biologically related to the so-called white man than we are the Hamites, the real so-called Africans. We are more related to the so-called white man than we are the real Africans. All right, so that's just another sidebar. But just to make the point that Esau, he is our brother. All right. You know, and that's why I read this in Revelation 12 and 10. All right, the accuser of our brethren. You know, the accuser of our brethren. Because like I was saying, you know, somehow, some way, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, the so-called white man Esau is going to paint the picture of Jake being the face of terrorism. All right. All in all, somehow he's going to make it to where the prophets, he's going to blame the prophets, the men of the Lord. Because even with this whole infiltration of Babylon, and shalom to you on the comment board, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. But with this whole infiltration of Babylon, again, they try to make it seem like our people, Jake, are the ones that are just causing all this tumult, all this chaos. Which the scriptures do say that, you know, Jake will be a terror unto Egypt. You know, and we're more and more we're seeing that. All right, which is going into this topic dealing with how you have these supposedly, you know, it's being said, again, this is all said speculation and rumor, it's not confirmed, but it makes sense. All right, because the fact that Esau, the so-called white man, is losing his kingdom, and as I've been making the point, the spirit has been on me to make the point, you know, often about Esau. Like Yahweh Shai said, if this kingdom was if this was my kingdom, my servants would fight. All right, but this is not our kingdom. This is not our rest. Right now, Esau, he's got it. All right, Esau, all this shit belongs to him, and rightfully so. He should fight for it because he's losing, and not only is he losing his kingdom, he's losing it to niggas. All right, he's losing it to niggas, to spicks, wetbacks, savages, how, you know, whatever the proverb and byword is for our people nowadays. That's who Esau's losing his kingdom to. So what do you expect these devils to do? What do you think they're going to do? You know? Now, again, going back to the whole point of this topic is being said, because with the rise, the uptick in the so-called Venezuelans, basically Northern Kingdom, you know, taking over these apartment complexes, and you know, Northern Kingdom, they're just coming over here in an influx. They're getting all these benefits, they're getting all these goodies, right? They're getting aid from the government. And here it is, Esau, he's losing in his kingdom. We see this every week. It's becoming a common thing over the weeks, months. As far as being downtown in Babylon, all right, and as far as the homelessness, Esau is losing. We're seeing more homeless Edomites. I remember there was a time where you know, for the most part, you see Jake would just be down bad. But it just seems like as in recent, man, it's just more Esau, more Edomites, and it's just like, damn, how are you losing in your kingdom? You know. How are you losing in your kingdom? It's more Edomites asking for, with the little signs up, Esau asking for money, so on and so forth, man. You know, and pursuant to the Deuteronomy 30 and 7, you know, the curses, the Lord is going to uplift the curses off of us. He's going to put it on our enemies. Who's the top enemy to Yahweh Shema Shah, which by default is an enemy to us, is the so-called white man. You know, because as Esau's losing, as he's going down, and me, I do a lot of deliveries and stuff like that. So I be in certain of these high-rise apartments, buildings, right? Gated communities, expensive apartment complexes and whatnot. And it's mostly Jake, man. Now, don't get me wrong, because it's like, damn, But at the same time, hey, I'd rather see Jake. I'd rather see a 2/3 nigga win over Edomite any day. So-called win. I'd rather see a 2/3 nigga getting up more so over an Edomite any day, man. I love to see that shit, man. I love to see that shit, But that's the whole point. Esau, he's losing. So with all that being said, again, who do you think they're going to take their frustrations out on? The fact that Esau, he's losing his kingdom, and not only is he losing, but he's losing to niggas, spics and wetbacks, savages. And like I said, whatever the proverb and byword is for our people nowadays, because every decade, every 10 years they change it up. Every year, every 10 years or so they change it up. So whatever the new proverb and byword is for our people nowadays, hey, this is who Esau is losing to. So who do you think they're going to take their frustrations out on? And that's what Jake, they fail to realize, they fail to understand. All right, Esau, the Lord is getting ready to allow him to make his move. All right, the Lord is getting ready to give Esau these Edomites, and I'm not even talking about the wicked elites, the Job 9:24s. I'm talking about the average Joe Smo, 6-pack drinking, beer chugging, hot dog eating Edomite out here. The regular degular patriotic Edomite. Who do you think they're going to take their frustrations out on? Because again, with the uptick of all this, the Venezuelan gangs taking over, and yeah, and not even that, because that's specifically dealing with the Southern Kingdom. But you got the Slovakia, that's specifically dealing with the Northern Kingdom. Mostly the Hispanic, so-called Hispanic, and Indian tribes. But you got the Southern Kingdom too, with all these smash and grab. Again, let me get it in Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 in Isaiah 19 and 16. I'm gonna start at 16. In that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's definitely shaking this. The Lord is shaking things up. All right, as I've used this example before. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you look into it for yourself. But when you got the jar with the red ants and the black ants, hey, for the most part, they'll be at peace with one another. You can have a whole jar of red ants and black ants living at peace with one another. But the minute you shake that jar, all right, both sides are going to perceive themselves to a threat to one another. The red ants, they're going to blame the black ants. The black ants, they're going to blame the red ants. So what are they going to do? They're going to go to war, because they're going to blame each other. And that's, ultimately that's what the Lord is doing. And he's using Esau on the left hand to shake the jar, so to say. The Lord is using Esau to shake things up. All right. Because like I said, the fact that all these so-called illegal immigrants, well, so like I said, it's not just Jake, but of course Esau, he's going to paint the picture. He's going to paint that narrative. Jake is the problem, because all these so-called illegal immigrants, coming over here, getting free Medicaid and so on and so forth, which I've been saying this for a couple of years, because there's been all type of strains, and there's been a whole crisis on the medical system with all these so-called illegal immigrants. Esau, they can't get that. Basically, Esau, they can't get access to certain meds. Certain medications, they're more expensive. It's getting harder for Esau. Why is that? Well, again, with the influx of these so-called illegal immigrants, these so-called illegal immigrants, they've been getting all these goodies and these benefits. Who do you think Esau is going to take their frustrations out on? All right. And, it's all a part of, like I said, the Lord is using Esau to shake the jar. All right. To shake that jar, to shake things up which ultimately it is of the Lord. Because another thing with this whole, with these Venezuelan gangs, and and listen, it's only going to get worse, man. It's only going to get worse. Because I'm gonna read this in verse 17. It says, "In the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he have determined against it." So you see, man, listen, something's gonna happen to where it's gonna pretty much ignite a spark in Jake, primarily with Judah, man. All right, because Judah being the head tribe, by default, all the other tribes for the most part, they follow after Judah, they copy Judah. Because right now, again, with the focus right now is the northern kingdom, the so-called Hispanic tribes, and supposedly they're doing their thing, causing havoc and whatnot. And supposedly you have this whole convoy of Hell's Angels, right? These Edomite biker gangs, basically heading over there. Supposedly, this is all said speculation. It's not confirmed or anything like that as of right now. But supposedly you have Esau, man. They're heading over there to the I can't even pronounce it, but over there in Colorado, all right, where supposedly these Northern Kingdom gangs, they basically got a foothold, and they're basically causing havoc. Well, supposedly there's reports of these Edomite biker gang convoys heading over there. Because like I was saying in the beginning, what do you think these Edomites are going to do? They see they're losing. All right, they're getting tired. They've already had enough as niggas and spicks and wetbacks and savages as it is. What do you think they're going to do? So we just have to wait and see how this plays out. That's why I titled this it's a possible showdown. Because I didn't look too much into it. This is another unconfirmed thing, but supposedly you got Southern Kingdom gangs, leaders of a certain, Southern Kingdom gangs trying to link up with Northern Kingdom gangs, and basically in trying to come together in unity. Supposedly, it's unconfirmed, but supposedly, but hey, the Lord is getting ready to allow Esau to make his move, man. I'm gonna get this because the scriptures say, in the end he will declare his wickedness. Listen, Esau, the so-called white man, he is about to show his horns. He's about to show, because like the head brother Nahoya always says, he says often, we have not seen a real hungry Edomite. We haven't seen a real Edomite in this pure form in a long time. Well, that shit is, Esau is about to be unleashed. We're about to see that shit full throttle. All right, full max. Esau, he's been planning, he's been prepping, Esau has just been waiting. Well, hey, like I said, the Lord is about to let him get his. The Lord is about to let this devil, this pit bull, as I like to say. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this in Psalm 17. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So, as I like to say, Esau is nothing but he's nothing but the pit bull of the Lord on the left hand, and the Lord is about to he's about to let this pit bull off the leash. He's about to give the pit bull the command, hey, go sick him. Esau, he's been sitting back, he's been waiting, he's been watching niggas, he's been plotting, planning, going out to the woods, shooting, all that shit, man. Esau, he's been waiting for this time. His time is coming. Because when you in that Genesis, after Jacob, our forefather, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which that's what Jacob means. It's just, Jake is just short for Jacob. That's what Jake means. It's just short for Jacob, which is the progenitor of the 12 tribes. All right, which again, it's always been about a chosen seed line. You know, because Isaac, the father of uh, Isaac being the father of Esau and Jacob. All right, who was that blessing given to? It was given to Jacob, our forefather. And before that, Abraham, which was the father of Isaac. Hey, Abraham, he had many sons. You know, he had many sons. But who was the chosen seed line going to be through? It was going to be through Jacob. I'm sorry, Isaac. Abraham. That the blessing was passed down from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob. That's why, hey, you know, the Most High, hey, he's referred to as the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it goes before that, like I said, because people argue, oh, we all come from Adam. We all, you know, in a sense, and listen, we all do come from, you know, the same, so to say. But it's always been about a chosen seed line. We all come from Noah. Listen, it's always been about a chosen seed line. Noah, he had 3 sons. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right. When you go through the lineage of Shem, you had Arphaxad, and you know, when you go through that lineage, eventually you get to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, right? So Jacob being the forefather, our forefather. After Jacob supplanted Esau, which is Esau is he's the forefather of the Edomites, so-called white people, so-called Caucasian race. And after Esau got supplanted twice out of the blessing, Esau, he vowed vengeance. He was going to pay Jacob back, but he was going to get Jacob, man. There was going to come a point in time where Esau was going to get Jacob, man. He was going to put his hands on Jake, man. He was going to put his hands on Jacob. He was going to get Jacob, man. Well, those days weren't fulfilled because when you read the account, you know, Jacob, he fled, you know, and after some time, eventually Esau and Jacob, they reunited. Now, Jacob was nervous because, hey, he thought his brother Esau was going to try to kill him. But no, when Jacob and Esau reunited, it was all love at that time. So those were not the days of Esau's vengeance. You know, Esau was happy to see Jacob after they were reunited. Esau was happy to see Jacob at that time. Because that wasn't the time for that time, you know, the days of vengeance. Esau vowed a day of vengeance. All right. Esau vowed a day of vengeance he was going to let loose on Jacob. Well, that didn't happen at that time because when Esau and Jacob reunited at that time, going back to Genesis, Esau, he loved Jacob. It was all love. Jacob was nervous, you know, but that wasn't the time for that to be fulfilled. We're in a time now where the days of the vengeance of Esau, he's getting ready to fulfill that vow that he made so many years ago. All right, and like I said, you best believe Esau, he's been plotting, planning, sitting back, waiting. You know, Esau, he's known as that lion. You know, what do the lions do, man? They sit back, they wait, they calculate. They're very you know, calculative. You know, Esau, he's known as that lion. You know, Esau, he's just been sitting back. He's just been waiting. He's been waiting. Well, we're coming into that time. Esau, he's about to fulfill. He's about to utilize his blessing completely. All right, he's about to really take his frustrations out on Jake. Going back to this whole, you know, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. Because like I said, Southern Kingdom, they've been, you know, all this smash and grabs, you know. Esau, they see the shit. That's why, like some of us have been saying, if Kamala Harris gets up in that bitch, and listen, these patriotic Edomites, man, they're not gonna go for that. The fact that they think that she's a black woman, and again, you know, she's not of our people, but just the fact that her skin tone is darker, just the fact her skin tone is dark is enough for Esau to say, man, that's a black woman. What do you think these Edomites are gonna do? Let me go to this in Ezekiel 21. Ezekiel 21. Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. And listen, man, you know, over the years, over the decades, All right, because Esau, he's getting ready to come down with that great wrath. Esau, he's getting ready to drop the hammer. He's getting ready to unleash some shit that we've never seen before. That's why we're going to need this spiritual power pursuant to Isaiah 59:19. All right, because a sword that's sharpened, that's furbished. Listen, through time, Esau, the Lord has allowed Esau to basically better equip. The Lord has basically better equipped Esau when it comes to his technology. All right, because that is a part of his blessing. Technology. The Lord has allowed. He's better equipped Esau with his technology, with his weaponry, his weapons, his sword, which is his blessing. All right. Listen again. The Lord is the Lord is really about to give Esau the okay, man. He's really about to give Esau the green light. Like I said, Esau, he's been in the shadows. He's been sent back. Again, like I quoted the head brother, hey, we have not seen a real hungry Edomite in a long time, in a good while. Hey, Esau, he's about to show his true colors. He's about to show his true horns. In the end, he shall declare his wickedness. Esau, he's really about to do it. I just couldn't help but to think, because with this, supposedly with this whole convoy of, you got the supposedly you got the Hell's Angels making their way over there to where this whole situation is going down in Colorado. And make no mistake, it's not just Colorado, but that's just the narrative that Esau is pushing right now. Colorado, you got these Venezuelan gangs taking over and this and that. Supposedly you got these Hell's Angels heading over there. Supposedly there's this outcry of someone because someone needs to do something. The police force, they're not doing nothing. It's been coming out that supposedly these gangs are being set up. They're being paid off. They're being set up, man. They're being funded. It sounds like Black Lives Matter, which we know. Hey, that the whole BLM movement, that shit was funded. I'm not going to get into that, but that shit was funded. All these different movements when it comes to our people, these BLMs, these gangs, when it comes to our people, yeah, man, they're being funded, they're being set up because it's all orchestrated chaos. Orchestrated chaos. But verse 10 it says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Get ready for a lot of bloodshed, man. That's why, like I said, man, hey, a possible showdown, between Esau and Jake. A possible showdown. It's going to be, because we know there's going to be a lot of bloodshed in the days to come. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed. Like I said, man, hey, the police, they're not doing nothing. Supposedly you got you got the military taking over certain hotels in New York City. Esau is planning something. They're plotting something. Something is getting ready to go down. Something is getting ready to go down. It says it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? You can timid the rod of my son as every tree. So you see, man, is this the time to be not? Hey, this is not the time for that whole that festival like spirit. This is not the time for that, man. This is getting ready to be a lot of bloodshed. This is getting ready to be a lot of unalived BODIESs out here, man. From men, women, and children. There's getting ready to be a whole lot of that. That's going to be the new normal, man. Seeing unalived corpses out here, man. That's what's getting ready to be the new normal. All right. Because listen, man, one thing can lead to another. All right. Like I said, over there in Colorado, as well as other places, listen, the police, they're not doing nothing. People are crying out. People are crying out to the mayors, the governors. People are crying out. And for the most part, no one's doing nothing. So what do you think this is going to lead to? People are going to take matters into their own hands, pursuing 2 Esdras 15. Listen, there's going to be all type of militias coming together. Like I just mentioned, with this whole situation, Hell's Angels, right? You know, biker gangs supposedly heading over there, convoys heading over there, people crying out on Twitter, X, you know. Hey, it's getting ready to be a bloodbath. Hey, the sword is being sharpened. All right. And when you read verse 11, it says, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. So you see, the Lord is about to let this happen, because it's all prophecy. It's all according to the word of the Lord. The Lord is getting ready to let this shit go down, man. Lord willing, sooner than soon. All right, Lord willing. You know, we can't wait for this shit to happen. Let it happen already. We can't wait. The Lord is about to give Esau the green light to go ahead and you know, because when it comes to Esau, there's nothing on his mind but bloodshed. Because that's why the Lord has to take this devil out in a reasonable amount of time. Because Esau, he has a thirst for blood. He has an obsession for blood. He loves blood. That's why the Lord has to take him out swiftly. Because if the Lord just keeps letting this devil go, listen, ain't gonna be no one to be saved by the time the Lord comes back. There will be no flesh to be saved. The Lord has to take this devil out in a reasonable amount of time. Because Esau, he has a thirst for blood. He wants to see blood. He loves blood, man. Well, that's what's getting ready to happen. And the Lord is getting ready to allow Esau to have his way. He's getting ready to allow Esau to have his way for 2/3. You know, for the hope for the left, we got nothing to worry about. But for 2/3, hey, a lot of these 2/3, man, they're just gonna get mowed down. You know, so pay attention, man. You know, because Esau, he's had enough. Like I said, the Lord is getting ready to. Esau, he's had enough. Not only the fact that he's losing his kingdom, but he's losing to niggas, spicks, wetbacks, and savages. Esau, the Lord is about to let this devil have his way with 2/3. The Lord is really about to let him do the thing, man. So just pay attention to that, you know. Be safe, be careful, be circumspect out here. All right, there's a lot of weird things going on, and it's only going to get weirder. It's only going to get more dangerous. It's about to be real unsafe. That's why we are going to need the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh to be with us, on us, and our families. All right, I pray the blessing of election be upon you sincere Akim and Akwath, you sincere brothers and sisters out there, you and your families, because we're going to need it. It's about to get crazy out here. You know, but Lord willing, this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh. Shalom to you, hopeful elect.